Welcome, race fans, to IWCR. They are running Richmond Under the Lights. Should be a pretty good one here going on. These guys are going to have a ball, I think, out here tonight. Quite a few guys out here have been turning laps. We've been watching them. They are going to have something different here tonight. Something that we tried a while back, and it was really, really cool what they did. So they're going to be qualifying one at a time, so you're going to get to see each and every driver out there turn a lap and put in his best qualifying effort here tonight. I just want to mention, joining me in the booth here with my good old buddy, old pal here, Roger, joining me in the booth. Roger, welcome, buddy.
Thank you, Rudy. Always fun. I love this way of Friday night stuff. We get to see some great racing. Tonight's going to be really awesome with the single line qualifying.
Absolutely. I'm really looking forward to it. It's kind of an exciting thing to do for the viewers. They actually get to watch these guys turn qualifying laps, and it's something that they don't get to see very often, you know. So we're gonna get to witness this firsthand. These guys, actually, every single driver going out here and trying to put in the best lap that they can on this racing surface here of Richmond tonight. I've been talking to a little bit of the drivers beforehand, Roger, and they said it's going to be all about throttle management coming off of the turns. And I think for the most part, I think the guys have really got a grip on this tonight.
You've really got to be smooth getting in and out of the gas here. You got to lift at the right place, let it roll to the right spot, and then be really smooth getting it down to get that drive off the corner. If you can't do that, you're going to be in a world of hurt. It's so easy to loop one here, so much horsepower. There is some grip here. It's not like this is a gripless track. It's just that it's a real line-sensitive track. And if you're off a little bit, you got to put a little extra wheel in it, or you got to give something up to get back online. It kills you on momentum. And if you make another mistake with the throttle, you can loop it really easy. And here, it's pretty easy to get the big one going if you're sideways across the track.
Very true, very true. All right, a lot of very cool looking paint jobs out here. Schweikert out here with his paint job that we loved so much last week, Roger. The Stars and Stripes, red, white, and blue. All-American car right there. That's a cool looking car.
Yeah, I do a podcast with John, and that is a tribute to all the service people, but his brother is a Marine, and they have a real special connection, and he really does that to honor his brother's service to the country. And he's changed that a couple times. He had a camo for a while, and he just changed it to this red, white, and blue, and man, I really dig that paint scheme. That's excellent paint.
Well, something I kind of wanted to mention here, I just was told a little bit ago also by Paul Crumry, told me that we may be getting Brian Kozlowski in the team speak with us here in the near future, and he may be doing some racing with us here.
Well, that would be very interesting.
Yes.
I look forward to that.
Very interesting. All right, 6 minutes left here of practice, but yeah, that's Brad's older brother, and he has been doing quite a bit of racing lately, I guess, and really loves iRacing and would like to get involved with it, and Paul's been talking to him about it, I guess, quite a little bit, so that would be
he's done
cool.
some cup racing. Brad owned the car that he raced a couple of times. I know I've seen him in a couple of nationwide races too, a season or two ago. I haven't seen him in a while, but I don't see every race. So.
Yeah, apparently he was. He said he was in some race or something, and he got wrecked out, I guess, so he couldn't finish the race. But yeah, he's been running a few races here and there, I guess, just 2 or 3 races. So, but I think it'd be kind of cool.
It'd be a fun interview.
Yeah. So it looks like maybe some of these Paul's still having a little bit of a difficult time trying to get his car dialed in there. still a few guys struggling with their setups. They've only got less than 5 minutes here till they go qualifying, so we're going to have to make sure that they're going to have to make sure that they do get these cars dialed in. Zachary Chahalis, we haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Roger, back out here in the Goodwrench Chevrolet.
Him or Alan Bowes, and I saw Alan come in and look like he turned around and left. He might be back before this goes to qualifying, but haven't seen Alan Bowes in a while either.
Yeah, he's been on that Road to Pro series, and apparently a few of the guys, I guess, got taken out here a little bit ago, so that's why they have made it in here. Patrick Crabtree, I guess, was taken out. So these guys are on that Road to Pro series. They're trying to make it to the pros, and I wish them the best of luck. Very cool that them guys are, we actually know guys that are going into the Pro series. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, we get to watch them race on a regular basis on Friday nights.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know Schweikert was in his earlier. He finished third in his event this season. His race is already over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I heard that Crabtree, if he shows up, he was running 7th and got wrecked out. So I don't know how the rest of them fared yet. I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
They're
Well, again,
to clear the track, get it prepped for qualifying here in about the next 30 seconds. It looks like.
Yes, sir. And 30 seconds or 3 minutes.
No, they were just race control, just talking about the track at 3 minutes to go so they can get everything ready.
I got you. Okay. All right. Okay, well, we'll wait for the drivers to all get on board. And Roger, if you could, let me know who is going to be the first one out there.
I'm going to.
Thank you, sir. And we will follow along with each and every driver and see how these guys do turn laps. So hope you enjoy this show. This is going to be something very interesting. We did this a while back. I forget what track it was, like Martinsville or something. It was quite a ways back, Roger, and it was really awesome to sit there and watch each and every driver turn laps and try to turn their best lap and qualify on the top.
I know somebody. Oh, never mind. My bad. I see his name now. I haven't seen Foley yet.
He's out there. He did turn some laps.
Yeah.
He usually, I think he tries to go eat real quick before it comes race time. Boy, I couldn't do that. Sit there with that food on my stomach while I'm trying to concentrate on racing. Oh, man, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I can't do it either. Sorry.
I'd rather race on an empty.
Iced tea.
I'd rather race on an empty stomach.
I just need a cold drink.
Yeah. Yep, and I'm good to go. I ate dinner a little while ago, so I'm good. Well, thanks for joining us here at MaxSpeedTV. We're watching the IWCR League here, turning. They're just finished up their practice laps, getting ready to go to qualifying, and they're going to be qualifying one at a time. If you're just joining us, stay tuned for this here because this is going to be very interesting and very exciting. I love this concept. This is it's something that we don't see around too awful much, Roger, that we don't see a lot of people doing this.
No, and I hope more people go to it because it would be really, really fun.
You've got a couple laps to go out there, turn your best lap, and, have you gotten word who is going to be the first one?
I can't get a qualifying order from anybody. Okay, they're going to line up on pit road, and the order they line up in on Rudy's the order they're going to qualify.
Well, looks like maybe Thomas Brandner may be the first one to go off then, if I'm seeing this right.
If he's the first car in line during the qualifying session, he will be the first out.
Looks like the 47 is going to be the first one off of the to take his qualifying lap here. Crosses the line to take his first lap.
User joined your channel.
Alright, excellent. Why are you up here, John? Why ain't you down there in your car ready to qualify?
Are you guys live?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, Shaner coming in with a 20.414. Let's see if he can best that on his last lap right here. He does not best it, so all right.
He should have a decent starting spot somewhere 10th or 11th, I'm going to guess. Just by looking at practice times with these guys.
Looks like Thomas Brandner is the next one out on the track. Gets a little loose coming off the turn there. Saved it though. That's the thing, if you tap the wall or anything on, boy, I'll tell you, it messes it. And he gets loose crossing the line, and he is probably going to have to take that lap because his lap did not count.
On any contact, even a 0x, and you get no time.
Okay, so
User left your channel.
Nathan Sedlick out on the track now. We will watch him and see if he didn't get any contact, but he lost it right there coming to the line, and is that affects it too, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, because you'll get the 2x for loss of control.
All right,
so that lap wouldn't have counted. He'll go back to probably the back of the line, I'm going to bet.
Yeah. Okay, Nathan Sedlick comes in with his one lap, and he does climb to the top right there with a 19.962. And it looks
he was quick in practice.
Our next one off of the grid here is going to be Joe Roberts coming off the line. I love this, Roger. I just love this.
I'm really happy that we're going to get to see qualifying. This makes this awesome.
Yeah. All right, Joe Roberts gets the green flag when he crossed the line to make his first lap. Well, let's see what he can do. Ooh, he takes it down below the yellow line. I'm not sure. Will that give you an incident?
No.
Okay. Well, let's see if he can manage this thing. He comes around to take his first lap. Crosses the line. That puts him in a third spot right now. Let's see if he can best that here on his second lap. Going into turn 3, coming off of 4. Not sure if he's going to be able to do any better. Looked a little better, but no, not any better. So Nathan Sedlick still on the top spot. as Randall Drake now rolls off of the pit road, getting ready to take his first lap.
Yeah, it's hard to get your second lap faster here unless you're just really easy the first lap, just getting a little heat in the tires, because you knock all the grip out of the tires on the first lap.
Yeah, obviously, yeah. Okay, Randall did get just a little bit loose coming off a 2 that time, but not really enough to bother him. I think it might have cost him maybe a tenth or two, but he crosses the line coming in second place there with a 20.393. Let's see if he can do better on his second lap. No, he didn't do any better, but so far what you're saying, Roger, is correct. Your first lap usually is your better lap. So, all right, going back here, Ross Cato now rolling off pit road, getting ready to come around and take his first lap. So far, nobody has been able to touch that 19.9 that Nathan Sedlick laid down. Ross Cato gets the green flag here to take his first lap. Let's see what he can do.
We've still got some really fast cars to come out, though.
Ross running the Google car. Pretty cool looking car. All right, he crosses the line to take his first lap. That puts him in about 4th with a 20.425. So we're kind of seeing a little bit of a trend here, Roger. Nobody can get down close to that 20-second mark. Sedlick laid down such a, great lap there with a 19.9. All right, Cato finishes his lap. It looks like the next one, Paul Crumright, coming off the pit road now. Let's see what Paul's got in that Diet Mountain Dew car, Dale Earnhardt Jr. lookalike car. I've got one just like it in the old A car. Oh no, he loses it.
Well, that ain't gonna help his time.
No, that's that lap won't count then. He's still got one more lap. If he can salvage a decent time out of this, not sure. He did get a time on it, but 23 seconds. That was way down there. All right, so next one out, Brian Wilderson.
He was quick in practice. He was in the top 3 in practice. He did not break the 20-second barrier, but we'll see what he can get.
Brian gets loose. Oh, man. Spins it around, hits the wall. Doggone. So Brian Wilderson not going to get a lap in now.
Nope.
Oh, man, that's too bad. Well, the next one out would be John Verga, because I don't believe Brian's going to be able to finish his lap. So Verga rolling off the pit road now. Guys are finding a little bit loose coming off the turns. Not being able to find that comfortable mark where to get back into the throttle at, Roger.
Yeah, just jumped down in there a little too fast and trying to power the car around, and it just didn't stick.
All right, Verga crosses the line to take his first lap here. Let's see what he's got for the Nathan Sedlick up there on the pole. Oh, and Verga just blinked out like crazy right there. Crosses the line. Let's see, where's that going to put him? 6th on the grid. And I believe he's going to call it quits after that lap.
That car was just crazy loose, and he was not excited to take a second run in that.
All right, Alan Bowes rolling off next here, and let's see what Alan's got for him. Didn't get any time to practice out there with these guys, but he just come off of racing there at the Road to Pro Series, so he may be already warmed up.
Well, that was at Phoenix, and this is at Richmond, and those are two completely different animals.
I agree. They're both pretty tough tracks, but you know, Alan, he does know how to get around these places pretty well, and he probably had a setup that he'd been working on maybe through the week or something for this race and plugged it in, and here he goes. All right, laying down his first lap, a 20.1. First one that's been close enough to challenge Nathan Sedlick.
He changed the numbers. He used to be number 21.
Maybe he felt luckier with 18. He likes that. Oh, and he was even faster yet. Almost a 20 flat, Roger.
He's the first to pick up on his second run.
Yes, sir. All right, next one off is Houston Hamer coming off of pit road. Well, let's see what Houston's got for Nathan Sedlick and Alan Bowes up here. They've got the front row locked up so far. Oh, and Houston loses it. Hits the outside wall, bounces off, and hits the inside wall, bounces off, and hits the outside wall. So he is definitely done.
Yep, they'll be pulling the backup car off the trailer there.
Yep. Next one off the grid, Paul Berthwick. Let's see what Paul's got for him out here. We've had a few drivers lose it. That's, I believe, 3 drivers now have lost it, Roger, in their qualifying attempts, and that's not good.
We've had about 12 try to take time and only had 8 actually complete the task.
Berthwick really loose going into the turn 2, but managed to save it. I don't know, he ain't going to be able to salvage a good lap out of that, and I'm sure by that sliding attempt that he did there, he's probably got those tires pretty hot. He comes into the 9th spot now, way down the grid. I don't know if he's going to be able to do any better now. Coming around to complete his second lap. He does pick it up, clear up to 6th place. So good job by Paul. Great one. All right, and next one off the grid, John Schweikert in that Marines painted up red, white, and blue stars and stripes car that we love so well, man. That's a beautiful looking car. I don't know who painted that for him, Roger, but man, they did a great job.
I'm fairly certain it was Screenworks. Ken Worley did that.
Oh, okay. All right, he takes the green flag here to complete his first lap. Let's see what he's got for these. He's got to try to beat out Nathan Sedlick and Alan Bowes on that front row. His first lap comes in. He comes in 3rd with a 20.138. I highly doubt that he'll beat that, but he just might. Coming to take his second lap, crosses the line. Did pick it up quite a little bit. Another one almost laying a 20 flat. All right, next one off the grid, Ken Worley. I love to see this. Man, I love this. All right, Ken comes around to take his, get ready to take his first lap. A little bit loose coming off of turn 4. Gonna have to get a grip on that, Ken. He's chasing it with the wheel, so I don't know.
I know Ken really likes Richmond. I don't know how much he likes it in the A car, but I know he's a big fan of this track. He really likes to race here.
He comes in the 10th position with a 21.081. Completing his second lap now. I think he was a little bit slower that time. No, he did beat it. He did beat it just by a little bit. The 21.069 that time. So, all right, next one rolling off the grid, Galen Gidman. Off the grid, yeah. Gidman rolling off the grid. All right, let's see what Galen's got for him out here. He was definitely really fast in practice, had the top spot for a little while, but I think, I think he wound up, he did have the fastest lap in practice.
Yeah, he was fast, and Sedgwick was second.
So as long as he didn't change anything on that car, he should be able to turn a pretty good lap here. And he does, no surprise there. Look at that, a 19.850. He's going to be fast here tonight, Roger. I have a sneaking suspicion about this. He is going to be really fast here tonight. And he's calling it off for his second lap, so
there's no need. No need to waste it.
And it looks like that's going to be it. Everybody else has elected not to qualify or whatever, but Johnny Reed Foley sitting on pit road, maybe hasn't made up his mind whether he does want to turn a lap or not, but if he does, he would probably be one of the next ones to go off.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But he's the only one left.
There's only a handful left.
They got about 8 minutes left here in qualifying. So we'll kind of stay right with it here and see if anybody else does decide to qualify, because we do have a lot of drivers that did not qualify. Only 12 drivers did qualify. We've got Brandner, Chahala, Stewart, Foley, Scarfy, Wilderson, Hamer. Them guys, a couple of them guys did try to qualify. Brandner, Wilderson, and Hamer, but they all spun out on their qualifying attempts. So I don't know, would they be able to go out there with another effort?
Foley's going to qualify.
Yep, Foley's coming out on the grid right now as we speak and is going to try to turn a lap here. Let's see what he's got for these guys. Come on, Johnny, you can do it. Five Guys Burgers.
Yep. Old black number 3 on that Five Guys Burgers. He should have new paint next week. I finally got it finished.
Very good.
It's iRaceRadio.com. Chevy.
All right, he comes around to get ready to take his first lap here. Going into 1, coming out of 2, down the back stretch.
Real slow in the center of that corner.
Well, everybody tells me slow's fast.
That was real slow.
He comes in 4th place, almost with a 20 flat. So it couldn't have been too slow. All right, looks like maybe that might be the last of the qualifiers. They still do have 6 minutes left, though. Oh, they are forwarding it.
Yep. They said he would be the last car.
All right. All right, well, let's get down here on the...
Runner down.
Galen Gidman going to be on the pole. So we will get right on him here once he does... Everybody double checking their setups here to make sure that they do have the race setup in, not their qualifying setup. So, but we'll get right after it here. All right, Galen Gidman on the pole there with a 19.849. That it was a smoking run right there by him in the number 94. In second, Nathan Sedlick in the 35. In third, the 18 of Alan Bowes. In fourth, the number 3 of Johnny Reed Foley. In fifth, the number 1 of John Schweikert. In sixth, the number 9 of Randall Drake, has not gridded yet. In seventh, the number 47 of Keith Shaner. In eighth, the number 12 of Ross Cato. In ninth, the number 31 of Paul Berthwick. And you're rounding out your top 10 here in the number 6, Joe Roberts. Roger?
Starting 11th will be the 48 of John Verga. Starting in the 12th position, number 37 of Ken Worley. Paul Crumrye in the number 8 will take the 13th starting spot. And Thomas Brander will be on his outside in the number 24 and 14th. Houston Hamer in the 77 will be 15th tonight. The 16th position will be the 27 of Brian Wildison. Fred Scarfy will start in the 17th position in the 21 car. Donald Stewart, the 56, will start 18th. And Zachary Chahalis will bring up the rear of the field, starting 19th.
All right. So now that they're all gridded and ready to roll off, we're going to try to get this thing underway here right directly. And Roger, you want to call this down to get this thing going?
Oh, I will, sir. 160 laps tonight.
Yes, sir.
This should go by pretty quick. I trust these guys to put on a good show, and I think what we saw in practice, a lot of these guys are really stable. Got the car underneath them, and we saw some spins in qualifying, but you got to try to go fast there, and sometimes that just don't work out. We should have 2 pace laps here.
Yeah, I believe so. Mm-hmm. All right, Nathan Sedlick going to be starting on the outside, so we're going to have to see what he's got for Galen Gidman when they come around to take this.
Got a good field here tonight, man. All these guys are really good at this, so we should see a great race at Richmond. Look at the 2 teammates fast forward up on the front row here.
Mm-hmm.
Gidman and Sedlick will start us off. Alright, the field has bunched up 2 by 2. 9 rows deep, 10 rows if you count the straggler on the back end. Pace car is in, we're off turn 4, and they are on the gas, green flags in the air, we are underway.
There was a little bit of a check up there by Nathan Sedlick, and it looked like right on the get-go, looked like Johnny Foley might have got into the back of Sedlick right off of the start.
We have a little contact back in the field. Verga got in. Man, Verga's all over the place. We got a bigger wreck. That is Ross Cato and Paul Berthwick. Oh, and cars piled into that at the end. The 56 of Donald Stewart was in that.
Okay, so caution out right away here on lap 2. Let's go back and take a look at this, because this looked pretty ugly.
It was definitely not pretty. It looks like Berthwick is a little loose off the 2 to me, and Cato had him on the outside. Berthwick just squeezed him in a wall and really kind of started a big chain reaction. The 21 car was the first one to hit there. Fred Scarfy, he took the brunt of that.
Yeah, Berthwick really loose off, coming off of 4 or a 2 and gets right up. There was nowhere for Cato to go. He was right on the wall. Berthwick kind of pinched him right into the wall. So, all right, well, caution is out there. I want to take another look at that from Berthwick's point of view. Let's go back one more time here.
Only about half the field came in right now, Rudy. All the cars that were in the middle of that. Wildison has come in, Worley's come in.
We're going to stay right on Berthwick here for a minute and watch him. a little bit squirrely in the turns here. Really was having some difficulty saving that, and just comes right out. Cato was right into the wall right there. There was absolutely nowhere for Ross Cato to go.
Yeah, I think he just, he tried to go on the outside because the momentum was broke of the 31 car. And when the 31 tried to gather it up, he needed that little extra room, just squeezed him into the wall and started kind of a chain reaction. Ended up taking out 4 cars, and I know 2 of them are going behind the wall because the engines have let go. And I think Cato's car might be done too.
Oh, man. So very unfortunate for these guys right on the start of the race like that to have the race ended. That's terrible. Yeah, it looks like both of them guys are out of the race. So let's get up here to our leader, Galen Gidman. Looks to me like about the front 8 did not pit, Roger.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. The right front fender on Donald Stewart's car is just mashed completely in. He's trying to get that thing pulled out, but he's going to be several laps down by the time they get that thing off pit road for sure.
We're going to try to cover these cautions a little bit better and give a couple of different views on things. The guys have kind of asked me to, we do have time to go back. I know the guys may be on pit road and stuff, but they kind of want a little bit better coverage of the cautions. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to review it a couple different ways. So not trying to be repetitious, just trying to be where you can see it from a couple of different points of view.
But it looks like the lights are off on the pace car, Rudy. We're going to double up here with Gidman, Bose, Sedlick, Schweikert, top 4 here. So,
all right, Schweikert already making a move to get up there with Gidman. But Alan Bose going to be another tough one. Nathan Sedlick now back into the mix of it. Guy had a really slow start that time. I don't know what happened, whether he missed a shift or sleep at the wheel. I don't know what happened to Nathan that time, but man, he was really well off the pace. All right, pace car's off. Galen brings them to the line, and green flag flies, and we're off and running.
Why did Bose get a run through there?
Yes, he did. Gets underneath Galen Gidman.
Wow, he got loose there and ran him up the hill.
Wow. Bose off and running. Sedlick now on the inside of Galen, trying to take over the second spot, and does. Galen way up the hill. Now Schweikert moving in on him. Wow, he lost like 3 positions right there in just a couple laps.
One mistake, and it really wasn't his mistake, and it cost him from first to fourth.
That's for sure, man. I'll tell you, it don't take much. Schweikert trying to move in on Sedlick here. I know Sedlick pretty tough out there. He was really fast in practice. And thought he was going to have the pole for a little while till Galen came in. Oh, Bose really loose that time, coming off a 2. Wiggled that wheel, and he saved it. Great save.
Everybody's strung out single file here real quick, so this may go green for a little while. No, wreck on the backstretch.
Oh, Schweikert
Randall
just...
Drake and Wilderson.
Schweikert just passed Nathan Sedlick for second, too. Okay, so Brian Wilderson, we will go back and check out Brian Wilderson here.
Wow, it looks to me like he came up off the corner and just kind of kept coming up. And Drake flattened out a little right there. He's got a side of it.
Yeah, Brian Wilderson now, yeah, he just kind of really drove it off the turn there, just a little bit hot. And he got into the side of Randall Drake. So we're going to go back one other time here, and we're going to watch this from Randall Drake's view, because that looked pretty intense for him. I'm not sure if he got off of the pace there, got loose on the turn, or what happened. But as you can see, they're coming in here. And Randall Drake going up the hill. Now this is in the trial. Okay, this is not where they did this. It looks like Wilderson just comes right out and plows right into Randall Drake. So definitely must have hit the gas just a little too quick.
Well, it looks to me like he was needing to use, more run-out room on the exit there. And Drake was really already there. And he was working his way out to the wall. He just wasn't getting there as quick as Wilderson was. And Wilderson just come up and put the right front corner into the door on the 9 car and turned himself around. And Drake caught a little piece of the wall there. He's got a little bit of right side damage.
All right, so kind of shortens the field up a little bit there with Ross Cato out and Paul Berthwick. Donald Stewart still sitting on pit road trying to get some of that damage fixed. So that puts Randall Drake back to the tail end of the field almost in the 15th place.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that they came together. It's kind of one of them things. The guy expected the guy on the outside to go a little bit wider than he actually went, and the next thing you know, he's in his door. It probably could have been avoided, but I can see how it could happen pretty easily.
Johnny Reed Foley going to be restarting second. Joe Roberts third. Keith Shaner now up to fourth. Zachary Chahal started right at the tail of the field, and here he is running up in the 5th place.
Several of these guys haven't pitted. It looks like Gidman, Schweikert, Sedlick all did that time.
Yeah, just the top 4 have not pitted. Keith Shaner being the last one that did not pit. All right, lights are off on the pace car, and we're going back to green, Roger. You want to get ready to call this down for me, buddy?
Absolutely. I saw Donald Stewart start rolling off of pit road finally. Bose and Foley will bring us to the green this time. Starting lap 16 of 160. About 10% through this race now. 2 cautions already. Let's hope that smooths out real fast here. I don't want to see a bunch of yellows tonight.
Yeah, I don't think they do either.
Pace car ducks her off on pit road. Bose hits the gas. Foley's right with him there. Green flag's in the air and we're back underway. That was a pretty good start. I think Foley missed a shifter because he was hanging right with him until looks like they got to about 3rd gear, and then Bose just shot out there.
I seen some smoke back there, but it looked like everybody did manage to pull out of that okay.
Oh, we got a wreck. Is that not going to bring out a yellow? That was a good job of guys hanging on to cars. I saw the 48 just hammered in the back end. Almost took out Schweikert.
He's
a little bit of good driving there.
He's got a little bit of nose damage on, or a little bit of tail damage and nose damage on that 48. The 77 of the Houston Hammer there's got a little bit of nose damage as well. So
that's who got in the back of Virga.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Going down into 3. Galen Gibbon working on the inside here.
Oh, we got one. The number 8, Paul Crumride, going for a ride. Well, let's go back and take a look at that because that looked kind of crazy right there.
77 slowed, the 8 checked up for him, and the 9 run right in the back up. Couldn't see what was going on there. I'm telling you, that 8 car was blocking his view.
Oh, yeah, 77. hit the wall. And when Paul checked up for that not to hit the 77, that put Randall Drake right into the tail of him.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, let's go back here one more time and watch it from Randall Drake's view. And we're going to watch this from his cockpit and watch and see what he sees. Right there's where it happened. It looked like Paul Crumry might have hit almost locked up the brakes right in front of Randall Drake.
Yeah, it looked to me like that's exactly what he did. He was just trying to stay off the 77. He saw him hit the wall, but Drake couldn't see through his car that the 77 had hit the wall. All he saw was the 8 stop, and it was too late.
Yep, it was too late. Okay, so Alan Bowe's still up front. Looks like Houston Hamer may have taken his car behind pit road. So we're losing more and more guys out here.
Fred Scarfy, Ross Cato, Paul Berthwick are all out of this race. Dalton Stewart, 11 or 12 laps down here. He's trying to get his damage fixed, but it takes a long time, and these pace laps are really fast here. Crumry's been sitting on pit road for 2 or 3 laps now, trying to get the nose of that car straightened up some.
And I'm showing Houston Hamer may have taken his car behind pit road, so that's another one out of the race.
Well, that's a 77, and he hit the wall really hard. He had a bunch of damage, and I'm not sure if they could even continue.
The one I was more concerned with was Paul Crumry, because he hit that inside wall a ton. But he is on pit road, I guess, getting that damage, trying to get that damage fixed up. Let's go down here and check on him. It looks to me like he does have a heck of a lot of damage on that car. A little bit of nose damage and quite a bit on the back. Oh man, the back is just mangled up.
Yeah, he hit both the inside and the outside wall. He got hit really hard too.
Sure did. The only side that looks any good is the right side, or the left side, I mean.
Look, Harry, there's a spot we don't have to fix.
Yeah. All right, back up here in the front with Alan Bowes still continuing to lead. And the lights are off on the pace car, Roger, so we're going back to green flag racing this time.
Very good. Joe Roberts moved his way up to 3rd. Gidman, after that pit stop a few laps ago, he's up to 4th. Sedlick's right with him on 5th. And John Schweikert up there into the 6th position. So up front, not much has changed. But the next 4 positions, those guys are all on a lot fresher tires than those front 2.
Yeah, the front 3 still have not pitted. Alan Bowes, Johnny Reed Foley, and Joe Roberts. Getting ready to go green here. They come off of turn 4. Pace car is going to duck in any second now. There it goes. And Alan Bowes hits the gas and takes off. Caught Johnny Foley sleeping at the wheel.
Yeah, Johnny's got to pay better attention to that if he wants to hang with the 18 car tonight. Hamer has retired from the race.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. He's one of the guys I like to see out there running, but that's just the way it is. Galen Gidman now getting a run on the inside of Joe Roberts and takes over the 3rd position from him. Now Nathan Sedlick wants to get in there and mix it up with him too. Dives in on the inside of Joe Roberts. Joe can't get down. Thomas Brandner as well. Joe losing a ton of positions just in a couple laps.
And Brandner got Schweikert the lap before that.
Yeah, Schweikert back here in 7th. I think he's just kind of like biding his time right now. Not really pushing too awful much. Probably a smart move for Schweiker.
Closed him real tight on Roberts' bumper right there.
Sure did.
You had to check up pretty hard. He's really fast in the middle of the corner.
If Galen Gidman's not careful, he's going to have Nathan Sedlick passing him. But boy, I'm telling you what, Galen every turn is trying to dive in there to get that spot away from Johnny Reed Foley. Now Johnny kind of pulls away a little bit, and there's a great battle going on for third, fourth, and fifth right here. Galen Gidman gets loose. Oh my!
Yeah, he hooked the apron right there with the left front tire, and it just kept turning him around. Good save by him. He only lost 3 spots, but
yeah, that
could have been a lot worse.
Yes, sir. Now Joe Roberts closes back up on him, and so does Brian Wilderson. And Wilderson taking a look on the inside of Joe Roberts as well. Wilderson coming.
Just got back by Brandner for 4th.
So Wilderson does pass Roberts for that position. So Roberts goes back to the 8th place now.
Well, Bose is gone.
Yeah, well,
1.7 seconds.
No big surprise there.
Well, he must have had something in the vault because he got no practice, and he's just coming out here and laying it down tonight.
Yeah. Thomas Brandner in 5th now. As you said, he got passed by Schweikert. Schweikert up there in that number 1 car, really starting to work over the back bumper of Nathan Sedlick now. He is starting to make his move 32 laps into this thing. Does take a look inside and passes Nathan Sedlick like it was nothing.
I think he needs a few laps for those tires to start coming in. He's going to go up here, and whether or not he can run Bose down now that he's got such a big lead will be something to see. But I think he'll get to Foley. It's just, can he maintain and catch to Bose? Because Bose is really fast tonight.
Yeah, Bose.
Sedlick hooks the apron off too. He's going to loop it in front of the field. Caution.
Oh, Nathan Sedlick?
Yeah, he did not catch any damage. He didn't hit anything. He just, whoa. He just hooked it like Gidman did, and it just come right around on him. He couldn't save it.
We will go back here and just take a quick look at this. Well, what happened to him? There we go. Sorry about that. And that's all it took right there just to get that left front wheel down below that yellow line. And oh man, what a job he did of saving it though. He kept it off of the wall, and that's the main key here. Keep that thing off of the wall. Well, Roger, what do you think we get down there maybe and get a word in with a driver?
Yeah, I think we'll wait till everybody comes off pit road and we'll holler at somebody. Everybody pretty much come on pit road except for Bose. He's the only one that stayed out. Foley came in, Schweiker came in, Gidman came in. I watched the whole line of them coming down pit road, all down in their pit boxes now. Sedlick's going to be the last one to get there, but Bose is the only one that stayed out. I wonder how naked he feels right now.
I know. And if he gives up that position to go in pit road, he's going to be giving up a lot. But these guys are going to eat him up out there with fresh tires, aren't they?
I don't know. As fast as he's been, I'm not sure if fresh tires are going to eat him up. I watched the race off of pit road right there, and Johnny Reed Foley just absolutely assassinated the exit cone. He knocked it into the outside fence.
Well, who is it that you'd like to talk to, Roger?
I think I'm going to jump down here and get a word with old Schweiker real quick. He, this is his second big race tonight. He ran the NIS race a little while ago, and I wonder if he's going to even sound fatigued. I think we'll jump down here and see what he's got to say.
Okay. Let me know when you want me to open the mic, and I'll open it.
You go ahead when you're ready. Let me know.
Okay.
John Schweiker, Dr. Wagner. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, 10-4. Go ahead, Roger.
Well, man, we're watching this thing go on out here. We've watched you make several pretty good moves there. Had to check up a couple of times. I got to ask you before we get back to green here,
man, you've already run a bunch of laps tonight at Phoenix, and here you are prepping for what can be a really difficult race at Richmond. Now we're in here about 20% of the way. Is the fatigue setting in already?
No, you know what, Roger? This IWCR is just such a fun place to come and race. If I can make it, I'm going to come run because I really have a blast with these guys. Class act, and man, I'm telling you what, they put capital FUN in this place. It's just good to be here.
Well, how's the car tonight? Bose has been nothing but fast since we got here, and it's kind of a little bit of a surprise because I didn't get to see him running practice laps, and I know he ran the NIS race too, but he's just been spanking everybody. Do you think he got something to go up there and challenge him with?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm letting old Mr. Bose get up there and enjoy his lead a little bit, and we'll open up the old can here in a few and give him a run for his money.
Well, I like the confidence in that, and we'll definitely keep an eye on you, and who knows, maybe at the end of this thing we'll be talking to you in victory lane again, buddy.
Well, we'll see if we get there, but you guys have fun to broadcast. Thanks for the viewers. Thanks for IWCR, and we're having fun tonight.
Well, I don't know. He's always confident, but that was a lot of confidence to me.
I agree. He sounded pretty confident, so let's see what he's got for him. They're coming around here to pace car ducks off, and Alan Bose hits the gas and takes off. Johnny Reed Foley stuck with him a little bit better that time. But look at Schweiker now getting by Johnny Reed Foley and moves it into second. Johnny gets really loose off the turn, but keeps it off of the wall, and man, does he lose a bunch of position. And it looks like Nathan...
Caution. Oh, Schweikert is done.
No.
Yeah, lost it in 3. Hit the wall head on.
Oh, no. Well, let's go back and watch...
Caution was out behind him.
We'll go back and watch that one first, and then we'll watch the other one. The one that brought the caution out, Nathan Sedlick. We'll watch Schweikert here and see where he gets loose.
Oh, Sedlick has twice caught apron. But yeah, watch Schweikert. Wow, that was just a big hit. That
left a mark.
Yeah, that'll put him watching.
Doggone it. Well, I think that probably took him right out of the race. Let's go back here and watch Sedlick now.
Ouch.
Actually, Nathan is the one that brought the caution out, and that Schweikert happened after the caution came out, so...
Oh, yeah, he just got loose, and Verga got into it. There's nothing Verga could do. It turned him around in front of the 47 of Shaner and 56 of Donald Stewart in that.
Brother. Yes, bunch of them caught up into it.
Chalice, I think, missed everything. If he did, that was a really fine piece of driving right there.
Man, I'm telling you, that was nuts. Let's get back up here. Get back up to our leader, Alan Bose. As he continues to lead here, man, I'm telling you, showing the way here has just been, it's been kind of a, it's been kind of pretty tough on the guys out here, though. This is already the 5th caution in 43 laps, Roger.
Yeah, this is not what I expected. These guys can run so much better than this. I'm at a loss for words as to why we've had so many cautions the last few events with these guys.
Yeah, it is. It's like not in their style to run like that, and you know we usually always see like some of the best racing out there. So it could be a combination of the tracks, and you know you kind of hit on something there. A little bit of fatigue maybe settled in by some of these guys that have been in a couple other races already this evening. You know. Could be a little bit of fatigue settling in.
Yeah, and after a few cautions, guys just get frustrated, and then they start to press because every position's important. And I don't know if that's what happened to John, or if it was just a momentary lapse in concentration. But that was a horrible wreck. I mean, caution had already come out, and when I looked up, I actually saw him hit the wall, and I thought, man, that caution came out way before he ever hit the wall. Am I behind? And it ended up not even being him. He just was another one. It would have been a caution anyway. But I don't know if it's because the competition has gotten so tight here, and everybody's just really pressing hard now, or if it's the factor of the weather getting into this that's making guys, not be able to stay in control all the time. What it is, but hopefully these race admins will get this all cleaned up, and we'll get back to seeing some really good green racing before we have a bunch of the field gone, because that's about the only time we've gotten green racing here. And it's unfortunate. All these guys are amazing drivers.
Sure thing. And Alan Bose still has not been on pit road. That's pretty amazing.
Well, he's got a challenge behind him in Gidman, and the race car's off, and Bose is gone, and Gidman trying to hang with him. Bose kind of accordion started in there a little bit, but he got jumped back out front.
Brander now trying to hang on to second right there. Gidman kind of got a little loose going into the turn. That cost him a little momentum. Now Brander really going to start giving Alan Bose a little bit of a tough time here, working over the back bumper of that car.
Brandner's working on it. He's closing in. The fresher tires are going to do something for him. It's just a matter of will he get the fresh off of them before he gets to Bose, because I think Bose's car is great on older tires.
Yeah, he is definitely I hear him a little bit loose coming off the turns. He's got, the RPMs kind of creep up there just a little bit, so he is spinning the tires, but boy, he's hanging right onto it. Boy, and Brander right on his tail now. Now we're seeing some good racing up front here. They take lap 49 out of 160, so still got quite a ways to go in this race. Already starting to put Gidman now 2 seconds back of the leader.
27 just killed the turn 2 exit.
I know as soon as I go back here on some of these other cars, then we'll have Brander will pass for the lead or something.
27 is on pit road after all that damage.
Brian Wilderson. Okay, Brian Wilderson on pit road.
Well, Brender's doing everything he can to get there, isn't he?
Yep, and Bose is just so strong out there. And on old tires, 50-lap old tires, and he's staying ahead of Thomas Brander with new tires. So that's got to say a lot for his setup and his driving abilities.
And they're getting away from Gidman, who's on new tires.
Yeah, Gidman definitely has fallen way back off of the way back off the pace here, 2.5 seconds behind Alan Bose. In fourth place, Joe Roberts. Johnny Reed Foley in fifth. Back here in sixth, Ken Worley. Got a little bit of damage on the back of that car, but he's still running really well here. 5.5 seconds behind our leader. Started 12th, and here he is running in the 6th place.
Yeah, he's just smooth and he lurks. That's what he does. He'll be there at the end, somewhere in the top 5.
Now Brander was a little bit loose coming off the turn that time. Chasing Alan Bose, he got just a little squirrely.
Yeah, but Bose is starting to ease a little bit of distance in between himself and the 24 car there. Especially on the exits. He's really strong getting out.
Now Bose putting a little distance between him and Brander. Brander a little squirrely on the exit of turn 4 that time. And that's what's costing him the momentum right there, Roger, that he's just getting a little squirrely coming off of some of the turns. And he's already a half a second behind Bose now.
Yeah. Short run setup maybe or something, or maybe he's just really abusing it, trying to get there. Knows he's got better tires, knows he should be faster, overdriving a little bit, got the tires hot. If he just settles in, cools them down, maybe he can make a return attack on him then.
Well, riding along with Thomas Brander now. Got it, great exit on turn 4 that time. But boy, he is still 0.6 of a second behind our leader, trying his heart out to reel him in. Woody gets really loose coming off a 2 that time.
Slow car in the front stretch of 56 of Donald Stewart, way off the pace and down on the apron as they head for turn 1 here.
Donald out there trying to pick up maybe a couple of positions if he can, just by going out and turning some slower laps, but he is many laps down. I'm showing him about 22 laps down.
Yeah, he may be able to get up there past Sedlick and then Schweikert, and that might be about all he gets. The rest of these guys are still on track.
Galen Gidman 4.1 seconds behind our leader right now, Alan Bose.
Chahal has just got lapped. He's the 8th place car.
Okay. Yeah, he was having some trouble out there. I was watching him earlier. He is really, I don't know if he's having some steering problems or what, but he is really going into the turns high. It seems like it's really pushing up the hill on him.
Yeah, he had a bunch of right side damage a little earlier in the event. I think he hit the outside wall, maybe knocked Toe out of that car.
Yeah, he's still got an awful lot of damage on that right side.
I think the 47 Keith Shaner has called it a night. I think he's taking his car behind the fence.
And we're losing a bunch of drivers.
Yeah, it's kind of disappointing because all these guys are so much better than this.
Well, you know, I don't know what to attribute it to. That these guys aren't. That they're not doing it that they do any other time. I don't, because they're all driving so good. I just don't know what the deal is. We've seen Nathan Sedlick catch the apron there 2 times, pretty close together, and so that pretty much cost Nathan Sedlick the race today.
Well, that cost him a shot at it for sure. I'm impressed with Bose. He's out here 65 lap old tires. He has got 40 lap older tires than Brander, and he's still driving away from it.
Yeah,
just not slowing down.
Brander now 1.3 seconds behind him. Brander coming up on slower traffic there of Paul Crumry in the number 8 with a lot of damage on that Diet Mountain Dew car.
Yeah, I'm 2090s still.
Yeah.
On 67 lap old tires. Now caution's out. Randall Drake. Maybe Johnny Reed Foley instead. Maybe not.
We're going to find out here. Looks like Schweikert again.
No. Schweikert's not on the track.
Well,
he's gone.
I just showed him. That's who it went to. John Schweikert. Honest to God, I'm not making it up.
Yeah, but he left the server.
I know.
That.
But it went right to him. Okay, well, we're going to go to Johnny Reed Foley.
It wasn't Johnny.
I wonder who it was.
I'm not sure. The admin threw it. A 4 car, maybe?
Well, it looks like whoever it was, looks like Bose now finally coming down on pit road for the first time today.
Yeah, I think that came out from the 4 car who just, in the middle of 3 and 4, decided to make a hard left. It looked like he was sliding sideways, and they tossed the flag because there was cars coming behind. It didn't look like he was going to make pit road.
4-tire change by Alan Bowes, and he's away. Going to be first one off of pit road. He'll keep that pole position, or top position, I should say. All right, everybody coming off pit road. Alan Bowes going to be out there with brand spanking new tires on that car now. So let's see what some of these guys have got for him. Going to be pretty much an even playing field now because Brandner is got new tires as well. So everybody going to have brand new tires.
Yeah, but on older tires they didn't have a whole lot for him. So with fresher tires, I'm not sure how much difference that's actually going to make. The 56 is taking his car behind the fence, and they will be done for the evening.
Oh man, we're just losing guys left and right.
Been a rough night at Richmond tonight. Feels more like a Bristol race.
When do they race there?
Oh, please. I don't know.
Well, they might.
I think they actually do, honestly.
When does Oxford Plains come in? What's that other one that's just a circle?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can put these cars out there, buddy.
I don't think so either. Boy, it would be fun.
Well, the good news is it's about 4 weeks before we got to go to Bristol. Next week they're going to be going to Charlotte.
Charlotte. Okay, well Charlotte's good. Now we'll probably see some really awesome racing there. These cars are made for Charlotte, you know.
Yeah.
They just hook up
Yeah,
so
big,
well.
fast track.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're just a circle. Centripetal, I don't think we could host a race there. I don't even know how you'd manage that.
There's another one that, well, it's not just a circle. It's kind of got just like about a 10-foot straightaway on each side. What's that one?
South Boston?
No. I can't think of it.
Lanier?
Maybe.
Yeah, Lanier's a little boring. It's made for the street stocks and the late models, really.
That'd be crazy with a Gen 6 there. All right, well, the lights are off on the pace car. We're getting ready to go back to green flag here. Alan Bowes leading them around. And, Roger, I'm going to give this a call down to get this thing back rolling here. Well, let's see what pace car ducks off. Alan Bowes hits the gas. Brander sticks with him. Does a great job sticking with him. Galen Gidman up on the inside of Johnny Reed Foley. Joe Roberts right there as well. Boy, I'm telling you, these guys are really working over Foley. Foley manages to save it, though, and manages to keep it in third.
He had a great run on the outside of 1 and 2 and down the backstretch there. Bowes a little loose in 1 and 2. Let Brandner close up, but just too much power off the corners in the 18 car.
User joined your channel.
For sure, yeah.
Well, there's the man that opened the can right there. It looked like he opened it up pretty good, buddy.
Yeah, sometimes you get a little overconfident and fatigue does set in and you don't really realize it, and away you go.
Yeah, the caution comes out, and I look up as I'm watching about 5th or 6th place, and all of a sudden I saw your car headed for the outside wall, and I thought, man, I must be behind a little bit on the replay here because that caution already came out, and now he's hitting the wall, and there was a caution way behind you. So at least tell me what happened there, because I'm flabbergasted that even happened.
I seen the yellow come out. Spotter said yellow was out, and I looked in my mirror real quick to see it. And when I looked back, I overshot turn 3, started to get loose. And for some reason, I thought it was just going to be a lazy slide, maybe bump the wall, and it hooked, and it hooked hard, and away we went.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty good impact. Head on to the outside wall, knocked the whole front end off, let the engine out of it. You smoked it is about the only thing I can say.
Well, we were trying to have fun and keep the fans on the edge of their seat, and sometimes a little chatter doesn't hurt. It's all in good competition and fun, and sometimes you bite the bullet, and tonight was my night.
And while we were talking there, Gidman put a real challenge on the inside of Foley right there, but he's just too strong on the outside.
Yeah, Foley definitely has a car that runs well on the outside of them turns. Definitely good. Well, John, we didn't mean to jinx you there, buddy, by talking to you under caution. And I'm really sorry to, see you out of the race, and I'm glad you had fun. That's what it's all about out there, having fun. Great league here to race with, and man, I'll tell you, I think they're all very fortunate to have you a part of this. This is really amazing stuff. Really love it.
Yeah, and you know what? I know there's been quite a few yellows, but these guys are really good, and I keep saying it week in and week out. They'll get this straightened out, and we'll see some really good racing here.
Well, we
can
have
start
seen.
prepping for Charlotte, buddy.
Yeah. You ready for Charlotte next week?
Charlotte's going to be fun. As long as I don't have to run the NIS on Friday, I'll be there.
We were just talking a few minutes ago about Bristol. I got Bristol coming up in about 4 weeks. What do you think about running these Gen 6s on Bristol?
I think it takes a special kind of group to run there, but it'll be fun. Strap your helmets on,
Absolutely. You definitely want to be strapped in that seat pretty tight when you take to that track.
You can sure move a lot of laps real quick there.
Yeah. Thomas Brander now almost a second behind our leader, Alan Bowes. So an even playing field of everybody taking fresh tires. Didn't prove anything other than that Alan Bowes can get out there on old tires or fresh tires and pull away from Brander.
Everybody probably just wanting to get to the end. I think everybody's just going to kind of ride this out. But with the war of attrition that we've had, Bose has survived it. Man, that car's just quick. I don't know any other way to put it. He's just flat fast here.
John, you had a pretty fast car out there, given that, you could have stayed in it and not had that problem. You think, I know we talked the under caution, and you said you were just going to let Bose go and you were going to reel him in, but you think you had something for him at the end?
Well, that would have been too...
You cut out on us there, buddy.
His car's working pretty good, so, we would have seen. He's probably top contender.
Yeah. I know that, you can't really talk about what might have been because you don't know, you know what I mean? It would be kind of, egotistical by saying that, yeah, you did have something for him when you can't get out there and prove that you did. But, you looked very fast in the race, John. You come up through that field very well. And I think you might have been a pretty tough customer. You'd have been somebody for him to have to fend off, I believe.
Yeah, but if you look at the way he's running his lines right now, he's right on that yellow line, especially through 3 and 4. That's where you got to be. So it'd have been real tough to get there. It's going to be a fun race to watch the rest of it.
Sure thing. All right, Bose out by quite a bit now. Thomas Brander 1.2 seconds behind, but Thomas is having a great day out here, Roger.
Well, I tell you, unless he comes back in a second, Alan Bowes is out of here. His connection just went in the toilet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's been gone for at least a lap, and his quality is gone. He's down under 40, so he's dropping out of this.
Who's Brander?
Brander's got the lead. No.
Oh.
Alan Bowes.
Oh, Alan Bowes. Oh, he did fall out.
Gone in a second.
No.
Yeah, he'll be gone in just a second because he's under 30 now.
Oh,
Yep.
no. And he was leading that, and man, he is going to be so upset about that. I still think there is some server issues, I believe, tonight too, and that's
there he goes.
Oh man.
So new leader, the 24 car, Thomas Brander, 1.5 seconds out on Foley, second.
Yeah, Foley doing a great job hanging on in second there. Really proud of his driving tonight, man. He has got this thing hooked up.
I didn't get to watch him running practice laps. I arrived a little late at the track, and his qualifying effort was extremely good. I thought he looked really slow in the center of 1 and 2. Thought that's going to be a 3, and it ended up being an 0-3. And he's just been consistent the whole race, just keeping it inside the top 5 or 6. And here he is. I actually think he's closing in just a little bit on Brandner. Maybe it looks like it by the naked eye. May not be that way on the stopwatch though.
Yeah, 1.7 seconds behind Brandner, but he has really run well. Let's go back here, third place. Galen Gidman, 3.5 seconds behind their leader, but boy, he is really starting to. I think older tires are better on his car. I think he runs a lot better on older tires.
I think we watch him week to week, not like fresh tires on a good setup. I think he really likes older tires. He's more comfortable on older tires. He may not be a guy that likes the car a little loose, and especially a place like this, you got to be a little loose to be fast here. But once the good wears out of the tires and it gets comfortable, then he really picks it up because he's catching Foley.
Yeah, he's starting to work him in. Riding along here with Galen. Yeah, he is catching Foley, I believe. Staying about the same distance from our leader. And I think the three of them kind of like about almost the same distance apart.
Well, their lap times are really close together. 96, 102, and an 03. So they're within a tenth, first to third. But Gidman's a little quicker than Foley. And Brandner's just a shade quicker than both of them, most laps.
Oh, Foley got really loose that time.
Bo's made it back out on track. He's 5 laps down right now. Running 8th.
Oh, no. He's got to be upset about that.
Says he has no idea what started causing it, but it's kind of been a persistent problem recently.
Yeah. I think I'd be getting a hold of my internet company or something and find out. There could be something wrong like I had wrong there a while back. If you remember, Roger, they found a broke line somewhere, and I was only getting about, I think it was less than a meg upload. Whoa, Galen just blinked out. What?
Before you finish the statement, Rudy.
What?
Your voice cut off before you finished that statement.
Oh, something happened there. I don't know what happened.
It's weird. I've been having problems all day too, and I thought maybe some of it was related to iRacing's post about the DDoS attack on the East Coast server banks, but I'm wondering if it's just something going on when you're logged into iRacing that's causing havoc with my whole machine, because I've seen shakes and glitches and blips and heard several people's voices cut off, and even the live feed, I'm listening to it in the background of us, and it's pausing every once in a while. And I don't think it's on your end. I don't think it's the broadcast is going out. I bet some people are seeing it nice and smooth and clean. But even that happened to me watching some replays this evening before I came here, watching some of the older broadcasts. It would pause. And I don't know, maybe there's something going on in my machine, and I'm going to have to start investigating that.
Do you guys see what's going on out on the track? This is getting exciting.
Oh, they're catching up.
Foley is hitting his marks. He is running down Brandner. And Galen is seeing what Foley's doing by entering a little high and cutting it. So Galen started following what Foley was doing, and he's running Foley down.
And he's been running Foley down. It was at 1.7 about 5 laps ago. It's down to about 1.3 seconds now. But Brandner has actually extended his lead on Foley.
Yeah, he sure has. He's 2.6 seconds ahead of Johnny Reed Foley now.
Foley got real tight in the center one, too. I think he overdrove that entry right there.
I think there's going to be a battle for second here before too long.
I think you're right, John.
Probably the next 10 or 15 laps. And if lap traffic, like Foley's catching now, it doesn't... Yeah, see, he cleared. Verga cleared for him. If he would have challenged him at all, it would have slowed Foley down, and that would have gave Gidman a whole lot more room. He got it down to 1.1. Brian Wilderson on pit road one more time here. That's at least 4 or 5 trips recently, and he's already running 53 laps down.
Yeah, and we've got 53 laps left in this race to finish it up with Thomas Brandner out there leading so well. Alan Bose has led 82 laps, guys, and I don't think anybody can touch that. Even if Thomas Brandner leads all the rest of them, he can't touch that. So Alan
Well, that's
Bose
more than 50%.
yeah, he is going to lead the most laps.
And he's 9 laps down now as he's taking his car behind the wall.
Oh, brother.
Well, the best part for Galen is that he's running down Johnny. He'll be able to get that second place, and he led a lap. And with the number 1 Marines being out of the race, he can gain maximum points tonight.
I'm sure he's got that in the back of his mind because, boy, Johnny is really trying to...
User was moved to your channel.
He's trying to do everything he can to stay ahead of Galen right here. We're coming to take lap 110.
Well, Alan Bose is here. His night is ended in
Wow.
a bunch of laps down and has decided to take the car to the garage area. Alan, what's going on, man? What's happening with your connection, buddy?
I have absolutely no idea what happened. I was going along just fine, looking at, and then I looked up at my bars, saw my L jumped up, and then not too far after that my Q bar jumped up, and I was like, oh no. So I the next 2 laps I just sat there looking at my bars. I was like, come on, please go down. And they just never went down, and it kicked me out of the race.
Man, I think our top 2 contenders are sitting in the booth with us now. I'm shocked. I mean, both you guys were fast. Alan, you were just annihilating these guys, and then we went ahead and jinxed old Johnny, and he ended up putting it in the fence. But I think the battle would have been towards the end. You two probably would have been right on top of each other racing for this checkered flag.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see both of us get to finish this race, but, you know, things happen in sim racing, things that are out of your control.
Can you say full moon?
Yeah. I'm having some issues here too, guys, because I have lagged a couple times, and you probably heard it in my voice, and they probably heard it on the stream as well, because I looked down, and it shows that I did drop a couple of frames, so... Sorry about that, folks. Out of my control. It's not my equipment. It's the internet. Messing up.
Well, meantime, out on the track here, Brandner has equaled off. Foley's actually cut a couple of tenths out of that, but the guy on the move, Gidman, has got this thing down. He's about a half a second back now.
But Roger, I don't know if you see that, but even if Gidman gets Foley, I don't know if he can get Brandner. I'm sure Rudy can agree with that.
Yeah, I don't see
That gap stayed the same. You're right. It looks like it stayed about 3.1, 3.2 seconds, but he's absolutely a tenth and a half every lap quicker than the 3 car right now.
And Galen just, man, he closed right up on Johnny Foley that time. He got, Johnny really got loose. I think that was coming off a 2 that time, and he come off really slow, enough to knock this momentum down.
Brander's in the wall on the 2.
Oh, no.
He hit the wall coming off a 2. The car got a little sideways. Maybe he didn't hit it, but boy, he scared the heck out of it. I'll tell you that.
Well, let's go back and take a look at that real quick, because...
Sideways this lap. And Gidman's got it. Ooh, puts the bumper to him going down into 1.
Boy, I dropped the whole internet right there.
Uh-oh.
I'm all right. I mean, I lost connection. I don't know what the heck's going on with the internet.
You're on the East Coast, right?
Well, no, I'm in Central Tennessee.
But you're in the East, right?
Yeah, eastern part of the United States, yeah.
Well, all the server banks are getting a DDoS attack from a bunch of hackers. I don't know if they've got it under control or not. I haven't had any problems for the last couple of hours here, but before that, quality was horrible in any server you went into.
I didn't look. Let me look and see what my quality.
Gidman got him. Gidman has gotten past Foley. He's starting to pull away from him, but in the meantime, Brandner actually is losing ground. During that pass, he lost 2/10 to Gidman. So right now, the fastest car on the track is a 94 car by far.
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's no surprise because we talked to Galen before the race, and I told him that, you know, I think everybody out here is probably going to be trying to deal with him coming out of here with a win tonight. And I don't know if he can keep it going the way he's going right now. I don't know if Brander's got enough to stay ahead of him.
But there's always something you got to watch out for, and that number 3, Johnny Foley, he might be saving that right front and saying, go ahead, Gibbon, you go ahead, burn that up, go up there and try and get Brander, and I'll get you back.
That's right. You're absolutely right.
They're about to come up on Randall Drake here to put him another lap down. Actually, he's only going to be one. He was a lap and got the wave by, I guess, because he was a lap down earlier. But I don't know if he's going to play a factor in holding anybody up. Oh, Brander into the wall.
Yeah, he hit that pretty hard that time. Kind of flatted it, you know, flat hit it. Now, oh, man, has he come up on Randall Drake?
And did he want by him quick?
Yes, he did. He's done everything he can to stay ahead of Gidman. He knows it's coming down to the closing laps of this thing. And they just...
He's going to end up putting it completely in his hands. Gidman's coming. There's not much he can do about it.
I mean, my quality just went right to nothing right there.
Gidman is able to roll the centers so good. I mean, that's what you want out of a car.
Yeah, that car is getting down in there and rotating right in the dead center of the corner, and he's able to put the power down immediately. Not full, but he's able to put it down. And it's giving him great drive. It's making that straightaway another 50 yards longer for him.
And the problem as a driver is now, if you're the leader, as in Thomas Bradner, you're starting to look in that mirror and you're seeing that car get bigger and bigger and bigger. And now you're no longer looking out that windshield. You're looking in that mirror, and that's going to make you not hit your marks as good.
It's going to make you hit the wall head on in turn 3.
Yeah, he's got to quit driving in that mirror and just look out that windshield and make sure he hits them marks. I know that's...
Well, he's changed his entry line in 1. If you haven't noticed, he's actually starting to get in there really flat now. He's trying to protect that entry because Gidman's getting into the corner good in 1.
Oh, Gidman's got it.
Now he's in there in 3.
He's got him. Gidman a little bit loose coming to the line. But going into turn 1, he does have a run on him. They go side by side, and he's got him. Brander lets him go.
Yeah, once he got there, it wasn't really a question of is he going to get by him. It's a question of when is he going to get by him and what's it going to take.
That's right, yeah.
And that's just good driving by Gidman to stay out of trouble, avoid all the controversy, and maintain his composure, and look where it's got him. Back to the lead, max points. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, Brander really loose that time again. Brander now he has led 41 laps, but still, you know, not enough. It looks like we've got somebody else that's retired from the race. Paul Krumrei has retired.
Yeah, his engine let go a few laps ago while we were watching this battle. And Brander's not careful. He's not even going to finish second tonight because Foley is still inching up on him. Gidman's out here. He's starting to pull away from Foley for sure. It looks like he's getting away from Brander until we get down to the center of the corner. And then, I don't know if Brander is just driving the entries a little deeper than he was, but he's actually only losing ground on the exits.
Riding along here with Johnny Foley on he's running in the 3rd spot. Let's see if he's got anything to get up here, maybe take that 2nd place away from Brander. I just hope this internet hangs in there until this race is over. I mean, it's dropped quite a few times on me, Roger.
Yeah, they're coming up on Roberts here. Gidman is, and Roberts is actually not that far off. He's just running that line, and he's going to let him go right here. He was running that same line them leaders wanted to run.
Brander really loose that time. And Johnny Foley trying to capitalize on that. And man, I'm telling you, he is coming up on him really quick.
And Do you guys see who snuck into 4th even though he's several seconds back? Ken Worley.
Oh, yeah.
We talk about him about every week, about just hanging around, laying there in the weeds, waiting to strike, but being in that top 5, and there he is again, right in the top 5.
All it takes is one caution, puts them all right back together.
And I know he really likes this, but I don't know how fond he is in this car, but I know he really, really likes racing at Richmond. And so, you know, coming out here with the top 5, I'm sure he's going to be real happy with that.
Guys, is that Alan Bowes back out there turning more laps?
Yeah, he actually is out there turning a few laps. I don't want to give up too many points because some of these guys could have actually caught him and moved him. Oh, I don't know. He probably can't fall any further than 8th place, but
yeah, he just picked up one more position by going out there and turning a couple more laps to get by Paul Crumry.
Now, as long as Drake doesn't fall out, he can't make up any more positions. So 8th is the best he can do, but every point counts.
Yeah, it can't be any fun for Alan if he's sitting on pit road, you know. So the only way it's going to be fun is if he's out there turning laps, and that's what he's out there doing right now. He's got nothing to lose. He's not going to gain anything or lose anything. So just hanging on there and having some fun. Oh, now he's going to.
Yeah, it looks like those top 3 have actually equaled out, and they're all just kind of hanging in their positions right now.
Gale and Gidman come up on Ken Worley right there. Worley goes high and lets him by, and that's what you got to do. That's respect amongst these drivers out there on the track. He's not battling for the top spot. He's riding in 4th. There's no sense in battling with the leaders.
I don't know that anybody's really going to give him much of a challenge. I don't think Joe Roberts is going to catch him here. And Rudy, let me do something for you for next week while I'm sitting here, and it's going to really kind of hinge on what he does if John runs that NIS race and gets here late. I would like to invite him to take my spot with you next week, considering that I'm going to be in Las Vegas for the Sprint Cup race. I will not be here for you, so if John doesn't mind, maybe he could come and sit in the booth with you for at least as much of the event as he can come and cover with you at Charlotte if he's not involved in it.
That would be great.
You up with that, John?
I'd be honored as long as I'm not out there on the track running.
Yeah, there you go. I want you out on that track by all means, but if you can't make it, it'd be great to have you up here in the booth with me.
But I'll tell you guys this, I am watching Johnny Reed Foley, and he's consistently, like 2 laps, he will be faster than Brandner, and then he overshoots 1. He's just trying so hard. He wants that 2nd place so bad he can taste it. He just can't quite get there.
Yeah, it's just, if you overdrive a little bit here, this place is so line sensitive. You miss it just a half a car width. You probably killed 2 laps, not just 1.
Brandner slides it coming off of turn 2. And that's a momentum killer right there. When you get a little bit sideways coming off the turn, boy, that just shoots your momentum right down.
And he gave Foley about 8 car lengths right there when he did that. And if Foley can just stay focused and race the track right here, he'll get to Brandner's bumper. then he really screws it up off of 2 right there.
Yep.
Gets really sideways. So
13 laps to go, guys. I'm going to get up here on our leader. I want to see Galen Gidman bring this thing to victory lane here. Don't look like Brandner's going to have anything to challenge him, although he is kind of staying right there with him.
The gap really hasn't moved, but he's not closing in. I think if Foley could just get about 5 or 8 car lengths closer, that Brandner would really have to step it up, and he might make a mistake and lose 2nd. Otherwise, he's just going to sit there and cruise.
Yeah, we're coming down to the 10 to go. It's time to make your move, and if we don't see him making a move here in the next 2 or 3 laps, I think you're going to be right on that, Roger. He is just going to ride, take that 2nd place, and be happy to keep it ahead of Johnny Reed Foley.
And if Foley can't get up there and put some pressure on him, he's just going to run out of laps. You got to get there and make that guy start thinking about you in a lap or 2. You're liable to make him make a mistake, especially this close to the end of the race.
Brander. We're seeing Brander getting loose a lot coming out the turn, so I'm sure, Roger, them tires, on all these guys out here, them tires are just shot right now.
Well, we've been at this for quite some time. We were right around the halfway point when we got caution.
Yeah, Foley very loose. Yeah, I think it was like lap 82.
72.
72? Okay.
Yeah, 72. So we've been just a little more than halfway on this run.
So
Looks like Foley and Branner are both trying to put the power down as fast as they can, and they're just in those tires coming up off those turns.
yes, they are.
Well, Foley's closed it down to about 6 car lengths, and he eases about a car length every corner. He's just going to run out of time, I think.
Yeah, they cross oh man, as he gets loose. You can tell these guys are pushing them all they got right now. They got nothing left to push.
Yeah, he probably better just go ahead and keep third in his grasp and not wreck it and lose that.
And Gidman, he's out here like he's on a Sunday drive. He's hitting his marks, staying focused. That's what you got to do. I mean, John, you know, you got to stay focused on these and make sure you hit them marks every time, right?
Absolutely, but you know what? Galen has such a good setup, and you can tell because he's able to roll the corner like right in the center so good, and when he puts the power down, you're not seeing that rear end kick out like you are on Brander and Foley, so he's definitely got a good piece under him today.
Yeah, definitely. All right, 5 laps to go here, guys, to decide this. Who are we going to see in victory lane? Is it going to be Galen Gidman, Thomas Brander, or Johnny Reed Foley? Galen really pushing it now. Gets a little bit loose coming off of 4 that time.
Well, it was 2/10 quicker than his last couple laps. That lap alone is like he was just cruising until he got the 3 to go.
We better not jinx him because it must be a full moon tonight.
Well, everybody, we tried to talk to you and you, Rex, and we quit talking to people.
Yeah. And we're very sorry about that, John. We'll try not to jinx you ever again, buddy.
No, this race is exciting. You got 3 cars wrapped under a blanket. You could tell Brander's so close, he could taste it. If he was just that much closer, you know, he's putting the tires down. I mean, they're lighting him up on exit. Foley sees that. He's goosing it. He's trying to get to him. And, man, this is exciting racing.
Yep. Coming to the line here, going to get the white flag this time by, folks. So coming out of turn 4 here, just a second. Galen Gidman coming to the line. White flag is out. One more lap to complete this race. Thomas Brander in second. Johnny Reed Foley in third. Nobody's got anything for Gidman. Galen going to bring home the winner here tonight. Congratulations to him. Good job, Galen, as he slides it across the finish line. Great race.
Well, they all decided to wreck him on the last lap.
Oh man, that was exciting. You're right, John. That was some exciting racing right there.
I'll tell you what, if I couldn't be out there on the track, this was the second best seat in the house. That was really good.
Very good. All right.
Well, that's Gidman's second win this season. After the breakthrough, I guess once a guy breaks through, it's hard to get him stopped, huh?
For sure.
Man, he's he was the fastest guy in the practice session. He took the pole by over 1/10 of a second, and to come home with the win, I mean that's trifecta. Excellent job by him tonight. Great
User
race.
joined your channel.
All right.
What's up, Johnny?
Well, let's see. When can we?
Go ahead.
We can drag Galen up here with us, couldn't we? Or we want to talk to him
Oh,
on
we
the track?
probably could. We could probably get Johnny Reed Foley
User
to do it
was
for
moved
us.
to your
There's
channel.
Galen. Galen Gidman. This is Rudy in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
You're out there just burning the tires right off of that thing. Congratulations on your win tonight. Everybody out there was just, man, they could not believe how smooth you were being out there tonight. Tell us about your race.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I did not think I was going to win that race. This car was a top 5 car, but not once all night long did I think I've got a race-winning car here. It just wasn't very good. And we had just a ton of cautions early, and I was lucky enough to stay out of them. Towards the middle of the race, we got on that big green flag run, and I don't know, I watched 3 guys drive away from me, and somehow I was able to get some speed right at the very end, and came home with the win.
User was moved to your channel.
Well, it looked pretty exciting out there. You know, you did lose a couple of top contenders tonight. Alan Bowes out there, man, with a commanding lead that he had on that one long green flag run. It didn't look like anybody had anything for him. He was out there on old tires running as fast, if not faster, laps than some of the guys on new tires. So, you know, a couple good contenders that were out of it. John Schweikert trying to get up there, and it seemed like we kind of jinxed him when we talked to him under caution. And the next thing you know, he gets sideways and hits the wall. And very unfortunate for him. But he said he was going to try to let Alan get out there and do something. But you bringing home the win tonight has got to be very exciting for you. And again, congratulations, Galen. Great racing out there today.
Thanks, Rudy.
Very cool, very cool. Well, you got anybody you want to say hello to?
Yeah, I want to say hey to my teammate Nathan. He had some poor luck tonight, but I know we'll bounce back. I want to thank John, if he's still watching, for the setup. He's
User
something
was
we
moved
worked
out of
on.
your channel.
He helped me with a few months ago, and I really appreciate that. I want to say congratulations to Thomas, because he's just had a terrible string of luck here recently, and it was good to see him get a good solid finish in Foley too.
All right. Okay. Well, thanks for talking with us, Galen, and again, congratulations, man. What a good finish for a good race. It was a lot of tough racing out there, but thanks for talking with us. And Roger, you got Thomas Brander in the booth with us here.
I do, and before I jump to Thomas, I wanted to ask Gidman real quick. Man, before the season started, you had no wins over here. Now you broke through. Now you got 2. You're a serious contender for this championship, aren't you?
I hope so. I had a little bit of a points lead coming in. We'll see how that looks tonight. I know that I should have stretched it out a little bit because of Schweikert's bad luck, but we'll see. I mean, it's early. You know, a lot of things can still happen. We watched David Rattler last season almost blow a huge championship lead that he had about this point in the season, and he was just able to barely win the championship. So we'll see how it goes, but a championship would be pretty awesome, and I'm just couldn't be more happy with how this season's gone.
All right, man. Congratulations again, and we do have Thomas Brander here. Welcome, Thomas.
Thanks for having me, Roger.
Man, second place. You led for a while there. It looked like maybe tires just gave up a little bit on you, and Galen run you down. And I know you wanted to battle him hard, but there was a bunch of laps left. It seemed like it was just kind of a matter of time. But man, you ran a great race. Tell us about your night.
Well, first off, congratulations to Galen. You don't feel bad when you finish second to a guy like that. I mean, he's just class act, somebody you love running with. But, you know, the first lap of the race, I messed up in qualifying. I knew I had a good car. There's some trouble. I get nailed in the side. I don't know how bad it is. I know it was passenger side. You got that fixed. So to rebound, leading like I did tonight, you know, tires fell off. I don't know where you can understand a 120-lap run, green flag run comes from after all the cautions we had, but it really hurt me. Galen did a wonderful job taking care of his tires, and second place hurts now, but in a couple of days I'll look back and like the points I got.
Well, you put a serious challenge on Bose before he had his problems. He was on a little older tires and you were on fresh tires, and just couldn't complete the pass. The couple of times you got your nose there, was it just a matter of he was taking the line from you, or you just couldn't get the power down off the corner at that time?
You know, Alan's so talented. Really, he's just so hard to beat. It wasn't really the line. He can just drive it that much more sideways off the corner, really. He's got a little bit better bite off the corner than I could get. I just wanted to get close to him early in a run, let him think that I was challenging. Really, I was just trying to get as close as I could, in knowing that I probably wasn't going to be able to pass him.
Well, man, you still bring it home second. Like you said, it stings now, but you'll look back at it and you'll probably go, man, that was a pretty good run. After all the bad luck you've had recently, because we watched you have some really bad luck for a couple of weeks, it's good. Got to be good to get that monkey off of your back.
It's all, you know how momentum is in racing. It's always good to finally get a top finish, run up front, lead laps. You know, hopefully I can carry this momentum on to the next couple of tracks and get myself back up in the points. But yeah, good night. Good night.
Well, all right, man. Congratulations on the second place. And real quick, is there anybody that you need to say thank you to or say hello to that's watching tonight?
I always want to say hello to my family. They're always watching. My fiance Amber, my team, Ultimate Body Shop here in Kinston, North Carolina. Got our race cars ready for tomorrow at Southern National. So I appreciate all their hard work too. Thank you.
All right, that's Thomas Branner and Rudy. I think that Mr. Schweikert was wanting to interview Mr. Foley, if you don't mind too much.
Well, I'll take care of that in a minute. I just wanted to congratulate Thomas on your second place finish as well, Thomas. Great race out there. You know, you led 41 laps today, and that's pretty awesome for as tough of the track as this is with the combination of the car on this track. That's a great race. Great race.
Yeah, thank you guys again. You know, you guys do such an amazing job in the booth. It really elevates our league, and I appreciate everything you guys do. Thank you.
All right, John, you got Johnny Reed Foley in here. You want to go ahead and interview him?
Yeah, I got Johnny Reed Foley. He just climbed out of his car, and he is sweating to no end. Johnny, we seen you, up at the top, do the battle of attrition with the first 40 laps of yellows, and you came out of here third. Man, tell us, how did you survive that early on yellows and get up there?
I got to give all the credit to my teammate Joe Roberts. After last week, ran good, had a top 5. Actually felt like we had a top 3 car, and just I overdrove it. I didn't take my time. I was impatient, and I was just trying to win every lap. And Joe and me sat down before this race, and he really worked with me on some things and gave me some advice. And he was playing pretty much crew chief and spotter and everything for me early on, saying don't pit and do pit and don't take tires and things like that. And so laps. So I owe him a huge amount of credit.
Well, I do know that around lap 30 we saw you go down into 1, and we saw you with the biggest slide of the night. You were sideways, you were looking at the inside wall. How were you able to hang on to that race car?
Honestly, normally I'll do that 2 pump, and I'll try and do that, but I knew that wasn't going to work, and so all I could think to do was to just not stand in the gas, but just kind of coast and steer out of it. And that's what I did. I just kept steering until it felt like all 4 wheels were back underneath of it. And I tried to pick the gas back up, and actually it was going to shoot left. And so I just totally let out and just rolled and let it go, because I figured the best thing I could do was to let everybody go by me and not worry about it, because the last thing I want to do is tear up a good race car this week.
Well, I gotta tell you, all of us in the booth, we were holding our breath, because, man, that was almost out of control and huge. But fast forward real quick, toward the end of the race, Galen was behind you. You were running down Thomas a little bit. That was some exciting racing. You wound up coming home third. We just saw you guys were battling your hearts out. You guys were getting loose on exit. Man, tell us about that finish.
That was crazy, man. Gibman had a great machine. When he got to me, I let him go on purpose, because I figured if I can't get to the 24 yet, because I'm saving my stuff, I'm going to let that 94 get up there and let them 2 get racing side by side. And when them 2 knuckleheads screw up, I'll pass both of them. But they both kept their cool, and I got to give them credit. And neither one of them let the wheels get too far out from underneath them. And I waited too long to start getting on it there at the end. So, experience, though. It's all experience, and I know more for next week.
Well, Johnny, you drove a great race. So did Galen and Thomas. Lastly, do you have any sponsors you want to thank?
I want to thank Roger Wagner for painting me a beautiful paint scheme that was not on track tonight because I could not find it, so he had to send it to me again. But a sincere thank you to Scott for actually getting this set up. He got this one last season, and for just Joe Roberts and me, we sat down, we worked really hard, and just really, really loving working with GFTL this year. Just can't wait to see what's going to happen down the road.
Well, Johnny, thanks for your time. Go rest up, buddy. You had a heck of a race. Rudy, that's down here on pit road with Johnny Reed Foley coming in third. Back to you, buddy.
All right, I just wanted to kind of mention to Johnny that we do appreciate the single car qualifying. I think that is the most awesome format. You did that here earlier on in I think it was last season. You did that in one race, and that was the first time I'd seen it, and I thought that is just amazing.
User left your channel.
Roger and I talked about
I appreciate the compliments, Rudy. You know, honestly, hang on, let me switch hats here, get my helmet off and put on my owner's cap. It's something that we come up with for the short tracks. We were doing it in the truck series and things, and we were having a lot of fun with it. And we like to do it as much as we can. Now, obviously, you know, we go to the bigger tracks, Talladega. It's just a little too much. But we enjoy it. We think it gives fans and viewers and things something different. And it's another installment in just simulating being in that real car. Just wait till we have our own version of group qualifying like NASCAR is doing. Y'all are going to go completely nuts then.
I'll love it. I'll absolutely love it. I want to defend myself, though. So now you got to take the owner's hat on and put the boxing gloves on. The paint job is for the Charlotte race.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to run it tonight.
No, we're saving that for the home of NASCAR.
Sounds like a good idea. It looked better in the daytime anyway. How'd that Five Guys Chevy look?
It looks good out there. It's going to kill me because I'm not going to be here to see it. But I will watch the broadcast because I'm going to be in Las Vegas getting ready for the big NASCAR race out there next weekend. So I won't be here to help Rudy out. But I want to give you that for the Charlotte race because that was one of the key moments that I thought was going to be on you guys' schedule. And that's where I want to see you put that iRaceRadio.com Chevy on the track.
Well, hopefully, not only will we put it on the track, but with any luck, we'll put it in Victory Lane and start cutting off the legs out from underneath Galen.
At Charlotte? Right.
Well, then I'll start skipping races left and right just to see this points battle tighten up.
Oh,
you guys do that while I'm gone.
I'm coming for him. I know his funding's getting cut short here, and I know for a fact that GFTL is taking things very seriously. We understand we're not out of it, and there's a lot of racing left. So you better believe I'm coming for him.
Well, man, this turned into a little bit of trash talk there, Rudy. I bet we better get off the air pretty quick before it gets physical.
Let me run down some stats here real quick for everybody. I do want to mention they did have 6 cautions tonight, but you know, with this setup, I think it was pretty good out there. We only had 3 lead changes amongst 3 drivers, actually. Alan Bowes led the most laps with 82 laps.
User joined your channel.
Thomas Brandner led 41, and Galen Gidman led 37, and the most important one, the last one. Real quick, let's run down through the results here for the night. Galen Gidman coming in the top spot, Thomas Brandner second, and Johnny Reed Foley in third, Ken Worley fourth, Joe Roberts fifth, John Verga in 6th, Randall Drake 7th, Alan Bowes getting back out there after losing connection and getting a couple more positions and bringing it home in the 8th position. Paul Crumry 9th, Zachary Chahalis in 10th. Roger?
Brian Wilson came home 11th, Keith Shaner 12th, Nathan Sedlick 13th, and Mr. Open Again came home 14th, John Schweikert. Donald Stewart was the 15th place finisher, Houston Hamer 16th, Paul Berthwick 17th, Ross Cato 18th, and our first casualty of the race didn't even complete a single lap. Fred Scarfi, he just had no luck tonight at Richmond. That's horrible. He finished 19th.
Absolutely. All right, well, thanks for following us here tonight. I appreciate it very much. Follow us at MaxSpeedTV, where we were watching the IWCR League run at Richmond with the Gen 6 tonight. Absolutely amazing race. And again, congratulations to our winner, Galen Gidman. And we will see you tomorrow night.
Are you broadcasting tomorrow night or Sunday?